Extreme testing of the F-22 fighter jet. You all know Lockheed Martin's F-22 is considered one of the best fighter jets by aviation experts worldwide. What you don't know is the unlimited hours of extreme testing that was carried out on the F-22 to make it as brilliant as it is today. The F-22 was tested in extreme possible conditions for a plane for hundreds of hours in different facilities all over the United States before it was approved to go into production. In this video, we'll discuss all the processes that took place while testing the F-22. Stay with us till the end to get an insight into how extreme these tests were to get the F-22 ready for real combat situations. Every now and then, we hear the news that the F-22 is upgraded with new and modern technologies. These technologies need to be tested on the plane at very extreme and harsh conditions before they're taken into the operational models of the F-22. Initial testings. After kicking out on October 31, 1986, the program's demonstration and validation phase culminated in a rigorous flight test program at the Air Force Flight Test Center in Edwards Air Force Base, California, in late 1990. Maximum Mach number, supercruise, supersonic flying without afterburner, high angle of attack, high alpha maneuverability, aerial refueling, and thrust vectoring were all proven by the two YF-22 prototypes in just over 3 months of flight testing. The risk was greatly reduced because of these flight tests, allowing the current EMD phase to proceed with greater confidence. With various engine configurations, both planes showed off their supercruise speed. General Electric YF-120 GE100 and Pratt & Whitney YF-119 PW100. The YF-22's remarkable high angle of attack work inspired great faith in the F-22's stability and flight characteristics. The two YF-22s logged a combined 91.6 flying hours over the course of 74 flights. After the initial demonstration and validation phase flight test effort, 39 other flights totaling 61.6 hours were conducted on the number 2 prototype, which was powered by a Pratt & Whitney engine. Results have inspired substantial redesigns of the production F-22s. While visually similar to the F-22 stealth fighter, the YF-22 has a few key distinctions. Visibly, 8 degrees have been cut from the wing's previous sweep, from 48 on the prototype to 42 degrees on the F-22. To improve the pilot's field of view, they shifted the canopy back 7 inches and shifted the inlets back 14 inches. Modifications to the wing's trailing edge and horizontal stabilizer form were made to improve mechanical rigidity and aerodynamic fine-tuning, as well as to reduce the aircraft's observability. There was a roughly 20% size reduction in the prototype's pronounced vertical tails. The F-22 includes brand new subsystems internally that are based on the prototype design and are durable enough to last for 8,000 flight hours. However, the F-22A has a full sensor and weapons capability, while the YF-22s mainly served as airframe and engine demonstrators. The plane doesn't need anything else to get going, and its auxiliary power unit can handle most maintenance chores. In 1991, the Air Force brought the first YF-22 prototype to Andrews Air Force Base, Maryland, as part of an informative display for members of Congress during Stealth Week. After that, it was transported to what is now Lockheed Aeronautical Systems Company in Marietta, Georgia, where it served as an engineering mock-up. The YF-22 made its way to Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada in March 1997 in preparation for the Air Force 50th anniversary event in April. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio is home to the former YF-22-1 that was donated to the museum in the summer of 1997. In late 1991 and early 1992, the second YF-22 prototype took part in a series of follow-up flight tests. After completing a test flight, the YF-22 returned to Edwards, where it crashed after experiencing a sequence of pitch oscillations and landing with its landing gear retracted. After the external damage was fixed, the YF-22 was evacuated to the Rome Air Development Center at Griffiths Air Force Base, New York. There, it was outfitted with replica F-22 wings and empennage and is currently used to evaluate aircraft antenna designs, despite the fact that it is no longer flight-worthy. F-22 braking cold weather test. The braking mechanism of a California-based F-22 Raptor was subjected to 3 weeks of testing in sub-zero temperatures at Edwards Air Force Base. Officials were able to verify the reliability and effectiveness of the F-22's braking system and assess the viability of its operations and maintenance in sub-freezing temperatures thanks to these tests. Major Jack Fisher, deployment commander of the 411th Flight Test Squadron and an F-22 test pilot at Edwards Air Force Base, says braking on problem surfaces is a concern for every Air Force airplane. The plane was put through its paces in temperatures ranging from 37 to 13 degrees below zero on surfaces with progressively worse runway condition readings, or RCRs, which are measures of how degraded the runway is and how much concrete one would need to stop the plane. The temperature had to be low enough to freeze water so that the team could construct a testing platform. They began with standard ground maneuvers on an icy surface, then moved on to high-speed brake tests, and finally completed both successful and unsuccessful takeoffs and landings in low RCR conditions, all while using the F-22's unique anti-skid technology. There's nothing like it in any other airplane. It's the automotive equivalent of anti-lock brakes, except far more effective. This technique uses the aircraft's navigation system to take into consideration both wheel slip and deceleration, allowing for a safe and reliable stop on any surface. The crew successfully gathered data that was used to revise the aircraft's flying manuals and increased operational safety. The information also helped with other crucial aspects. They're able to collect enough information to revise the F-22 manual's takeoff and landing distance maps, and they even trained pilots and mechanics on how to work in extreme cold. Extreme temperatures testing. The F-22 Raptor was inside Eglin's McKinley Climatic Laboratory for a battery of weather tests meant to predict the aircraft's performance in adverse conditions. The Raptor was put through its paces in the climatic hangar, where it was subjected to a wide range of temperatures and weather conditions. Rain and snowstorms, as well as temperatures from -65 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, were part of the test conditions. Nearly 50 CTF personnel, including engineers, maintainers, and instrumentation specialists, spent time at Eglin for climate testing. Lockheed Martin, the government's primary contractor, had nearly 80 of its own employees and contractors assist with the one-of-a-kind testing. As the F-22's engines produced exhaust during testing, a specialized duct system was designed to remove it from the facility. The results were quite astonishing in favor of the F-22, as it showed incredible performance under extreme temperatures. Cold weather remote refueling. Refueling aircraft at forward airfields and in harsh locations is an essential part of rapid deployment into combat. It may be required to establish a forward area refueling site in order to continue with a mission if an aircraft has to refuel while still behind enemy lines. Special reconnaissance airmen, SORTs, are among the first to examine a landing strip in difficult conditions, open it up for aircraft to land safely, and maintain control of it. Pilots from the 3rd Wing of the Pacific Air Forces practice refueling in an uninhabited area, a skill that may prove crucial if they ever had to make an emergency landing and restock their tanks before returning to the fight. And the pilots who specialized in specific tactics made it all feasible. During Exercise Emerald Warrior in Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson, Alaska, aircrew personnel from Cannon Air Force Base, New Mexico, and a team of Special Tactics airmen executed a Forward Area Refueling Point, or FARP. These extreme tests will make the already incredible F-22 even more reliable during air combat. Do you think these extreme tests being carried out will replicate exactly in real combat situations as they did in the testing areas? If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for everyday military updates. Don't forget to leave a comment in the section below. Thanks for watching.